Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine. Hello there and welcome back, or welcome if you're new. My name is Daphne. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am just casually sitting here flipping through my favorite coffee table book, and I wanted to start off this video with giving you an overview of the project that we completed last week, which was making over my back pathway, which is absolutely amazing, and you guys all love this project. So I just wanted to start out showing you a quick overview of what we were able to accomplish last week. Now, right at the end of this little makeover that we did is going to be the next project that we're going to be working on. We're gonna do it all again. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the... Now, in my landscape, I am a full follower of working on one project at a time and not being overwhelmed. So as you can see, I've been storing some soil and mulch like right in this little immediate area here, and I've been pulling from it as I work in different areas. Now this little space over here, I have a cute little Adirondack set that I love to lounge under. I have 3 small spruce trees right above it. And then I have a rock wall which separates my property from my neighbors, and I have that covered with Creepin' Jenny. Well, if you know Creepin' Jenny can definitely creep, so I have to make sure that I check it in the summer once it has come back out of dormancy and starts like really flushing out again for the season. So what I'm doing is I'm getting started with just removing some of the cuttings that I recently did. I clipped a bunch of plants in the immediate area. So we're just starting another trash recyclable compost bag. We're just putting all of that in there, and then we usually drop it off at the organic yard so that we can recycle all of our landscaping materials. So now that we have that cleaned up, I just wanted to clear this space out, take the Adirondack chairs out, move out all of the pots, and then get started with just cleaning the area and refreshing it. So I just wanted to thank you guys for joining me today. I absolutely love sharing my projects with you. And I want to encourage you to introduce yourself in the comment section. Let me know where you live, where you're gardening, and what projects you're working on. I absolutely love chatting it up with you guys. So make sure that you leave me a comment down below. If you're a little shy and you just want to introduce yourself and give me a plant emoji, that would be wonderful as well. Thanks so much, guys. So how is everyone doing? How is your summer going so far? We finally got out of the heat wave that, we've had for over a week or so, actually probably about a week and a half. We've had some amazing days and I've definitely taken advantage of it. We were in the 70s and 80s and it was lower humidity, so I really enjoyed myself. I still made sure that I took, my time and not overwhelmed myself in the landscape, still doing that 15 to 30 minutes, working and then going inside and relaxing, because it definitely helps you not get overwhelmed and also keep cool. So again, make sure if you're not following that for yourself, that you definitely do follow it. It makes the task so much more enjoyable. So as I said, I have a bunch of creeping Jenny, and the funny thing is that they started as tiny little pots, and I think I only put 4 of them out here, and just over the years they just have stretched and covered the entire stone wall. And the stone wall is there because the elevation of my backyard is lower than my neighbors. If you can see right underneath the fence, their elevation is pretty much like right at the fence bottom level, and then my elevation drops down about at least 12 inches or so. So the past owners added in that rock wall, and then when we came, it was just an empty like rock wall, and I just wanted to soften it up a little, so that's why I added in the creeping Jenny, and I like the way that it looks. You also do have to make sure that you keep it weeded, because all sorts of weeds definitely pop up and blend in with the creeping Jenny. And then, as I said, I have to always check the creeping Jenny because it will definitely spread all the way out into the lawn. So I make sure that I remove. I usually like to have it come down on the actual ground, maybe anywhere from 10 to 12 inches, and then anything beyond that, I definitely pull it out. So while we clean the side bed, I just wanted to get your opinion on something. I have been working on doing a makeover in my driveway, just cleaning out the space, getting rid of the accumulation of stuff. Like when I'm working in the landscape, I have been using this space as like a storage and a catch-all. So I want to update the trash cans. I want to get rid of the recycles, relocate the soil, clean the pavers. There's a lot of dirt, moss, weeds, everything within the cracks itself. So I'm going to be doing a total makeover in my next video. But my question is, should I do like the resin trash can? I'll pop up on the screen what I'm thinking about, or should I just build like a little structure? I'm leaning more towards just buying the resin trash cans because they're very easy for me to just be able to put in there, and I think aesthetically they will look the best. So leave me a comment down below. Let me know if I should try to build a structure or just, purchase them. I'm going to pop up on the screen again for you guys to just take a look at it. So I absolutely love these Adirondack chairs. I purchased them close to 10 years ago at Costco, and I haven't been able to find them again, but I did search for you guys and I found some very similar ones. They're actually from the same brand that I have the rockers from. They're Cicerolo, and they're linked in my Amazon storefront. They're very reasonably priced and they often go on sale. So definitely check out my storefront for these Adirondack chairs and also the rockers. And I really try to put everything that I show you guys inside of my Amazon storefront. So if you're ever in need of or questioning where I purchased something from, always check there first. And if it's not there, definitely leave me a comment and I will give you the link. Or if I'm not able to link it, I'll definitely tell you where I purchased it at. So next year, I really think that I'm going to be changing all of my beds over to a stone. I know that a lot of you have suggested that I use stone because it would be so much easier in the fall time and also in the springtime with cleanup, because I have huge 50 feet plus pine trees and spruce that flank the backyard. It's along the perimeter. So I do have a lot of maintenance with cleaning up pine needles, pine cones, and also just regular like debris from branches and all. And it is a little hard with this rubber mulch on this side and then also the wood mulch on the other side. And during the pandemic, I did try to put down pine straw in these beds, but I just didn't like the look of it. I know that that probably would be the easiest solution since I have pine straw that falls like from the actual trees, but I'm just not a fan of the look. So I'm really leaning towards using some type of large stone similar to the ones that we put in the rock slope in the front a couple of videos ago. I'm going to showcase that at the end of the video in case you missed it. I'm going to show just a photo of those rocks so that you can check it out. I think that I'm really leaning towards doing that, but to get something like that, I would have to go to like a quarry yard, and I know that it'll be a big expense, but at least I won't have to replace it each year. So I just sat the Adirondack chairs back, and then I'm just, putting the different pots around it. But I think that I'm going to, on the next day, I'm going to do some types of planting in this section. So I'm just cleaning up everything, making sure that it's nice and clean. I'm using just dish soap and water, and we're just scrubbing everything down. So this is the next day, and in my last video I told you guys and I showed you guys one of the ferns that I had taken out of the ground because it wasn't coming back. This was a fern that we had on the front porch last spring. We had it the whole season. We had it spring and summer, and it was absolutely beautiful. Well, this winter I decided to overwinter it inside of the garage. I had very good intentions, but I neglected it. I didn't water it. I maybe watered it just once throughout the entire winter, and I didn't cut it back. I cut it back in the spring, and I thought that I, would be able to bring it back. So we planted it up in the landscape, and it looks like it was dead in last video. But I had left it because I didn't, trash it. I just left it on top of the ground, and then it started pushing out growth. So I decided that I would plant one up in this planter and then put the other one in the back bed, which is a really shaded spot, and see how it does. So wish me luck with that. It's been about a week or so, and they look, like they are settling in very well. So I think that this might be a good option. I have to keep in mind with ferns that they're going to be late to push out new growth, so that I have to not give up on them so quickly, because I guess they really put their growth on during the summer months. So on both of these ferns, I'm just trying to cut up the roots because they were really root bound inside of the original containers. So you can see they're just spiraling in on itself. So I just tried to cut the bottom portion so that the roots will spread out now that they're in the ground. So I love searching around my landscape and splitting and relocating different types of plants. So over here, as you guys know, I love my coral. I have them sprinkled throughout my landscape, and every so often I will divide them and I will put them in another location. So right here, I'm just going to add in a beautiful coral in this section. So because I have the rubber mulch down, I do have a landscaping material underneath it. And then I remembered that I had 2 layers of landscaping material. So right here, I was hitting the second layer and I didn't realize that I had a second one. So I had to go in and cut that second layer as well. And then we were able to just pop the coral in the ground. And then I also grabbed 3 Dusty Miller plants that I had planted in one of the flower beds over by the barbecue last year. Now, I did not cut them back last year, so it has a lot of woody growth, and then it also has some new growth. So what I'm doing is cutting off all of the long stems from last year, which is really woody growth, and I'm just keeping the fresh growth that was from this year.
You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, 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 oh,
So this is how we're looking with that little section done, and then we're just taking a quick walk from the pathway. I wet it down because I absolutely love the way that how it glistens when it's wet. And as I was doing this, I realized that I wanted to just go in and remove all of the blooms from the hosta. Now, I know this can be a controversial topic. Some people either love hosta blooms or hate them. But I really think that the way that I have all of these mass hosta in my landscape, it looks too messy to have all of the flowers, especially because they grow, about 2 feet tall, and there's so many of them that I prefer to have a nice clean look in my landscape. So I do take the time to remove all of the flowers, and I'm doing it in this section, and then I'm also going to do it all the way down the pathway. And then also for the pathway, I'm cutting back all of the hostas that have, taken over the pathway. So what I do is I cut all of the lower portion of the hosta and I clean it up, and it looks absolutely amazing. And I love when I have the opportunity to do it each year. So I just wanted to thank you guys for joining me today. We are going to start walking through and seeing the final results, starting here at the pathway, how we cut back all of the hostas. And I hope that you enjoy it. I absolutely love sharing my projects with you guys, and I know that you guys enjoy watching. So I just want to thank you again for spending this time with me. And until the next time, I want to wish you an amazing week, amazing day, and to just have fun in your landscaping. And at the end of the video, there's going to be a quick recap. I'm going to show the front slope so that you can see the stones and get other ideas of projects that we have been doing. So until then, have a blessed day, and I'll see you back here on Sunday.